What up, Patriots? It's your boy Brian. Today is Tuesday, October 9th, and here are your morning announcements. Do you love poetry? Do you love performing? If so, then compete in this year's Poetry Out Loud competition. The Poetry Club and the International English Honor Society will be holding an interest meeting for Poetry Out Loud in room 409 in Mr. Panarise's room on Friday, October 12th during Patriot Period. If you can't make the meeting but are interested in participating, see Mr. Panarise. Are you a senior thinking about attending PVCC after high school? Learn more about joining area students for a PVC campus tour and information session Friday, November 16th. Space is limited. Miss Ratliff and Miss Massey will take the first 40 students to return a signed permission form. Forms are available in a counseling office. Social Studies Honor Society will be holding a lecture on Columbus next Friday, October 12th, during lunch in Ms. Thoreau's room. This is not a mandatory meeting, but you will get a free point for coming. Feel free to stop by and bring dues. We hope to see you there. Students reminded that homecoming tickets go on sale today in the cafeteria during lunch. To buy your $10 ticket for October 20th, Night in the City Dance, you will need a signed permission form. Tickets will be on sale during lunches through next Friday, but your ticket today and avoid a huge line that will be held with people that are stuck in. There will be auditions October 10th for the forensics team 4 to 6. Join Ms. Thorson for a book group during Patriot Period. The Hate You Give book group will be starting today. You will get your copy of The Hate You Give and meet Ms. Thorson, other students over the weekend. Mondays for the discussion. Look in Patriot Period for signups. Tomorrow morning, all 10th and 11th grade students will be taking the PSAT. The school will operate on a modified bell schedule with an extended second period with no Patriot Period. If you do not receive a testing pass, it is because you are testing in your regular second period classroom. Students should bring a number 2 pencil and their own graphing calculator to use. Calculators will not be provided, and students may not share calculators or use any other electronic devices during the test. Please take the test seriously and try to get a good night's sleep. The PSAT is used for juniors to qualify for the National Merit Scholarship Competition. It is important to practice for the SAT and is an indicator for students. In AP and other higher level courses, anyone with plans to go to college should try to do their best on the PSAT. If you have any questions, please see Michelle at room 104. Due to PSATs on Wednesday, SAT study group will be meeting on Thursday during Patriot Period next week. Everyone is welcome to come. Some board games and free after the week's test. Attention art club members, the deadline for dues has been moved to Wednesday, October 17th. Turn in your $10 to our treasurer, Ariana Jones. Don't forget to fill out the survey for the club supplies. Now here's Jaquan with this week's musical history piece.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Musical History Experience. I'm Jaquan, and today we are with Mr. Garland. He's telling us about some of his favorite guitarists, as well as the roots of rock and roll. Mr. Garland, what is one musical moment in history that you would deem most important?
Questions. So I'm a huge fan of kind of the start of rock and roll. I love 50s and 60s music. My two biggest idols from kind of the 50s, if you will, are Jerry Lee Lewis and Chuck Berry. Two were artists who were just in their element, bringing their instrument to the forefront of rock and roll. Chuck Berry, incredible guitar player. Jerry Lee Lewis played the piano in a way that nobody had seen before. I mean, he was jumping all over the piano, lighting the piano on fire. Hendrix was inspired kind of by moves like that. Just they did a great job of bringing rock and roll music to the general radio listening audience and stuff. It was originally heard as the devil's music and stuff, and a lot of the antics that went behind the scenes and stuff like that. Jerry Lee Lewis was kind of a contributor to that. But their music, what they composed, how they performed it, really shot rock and roll to the forefront of the music spectrum. I also am a huge fan, and you'll see posters behind me, of the group Van Halen. And Eddie Van Halen took the guitar to the next level. I mean, obviously, we tip our hats to Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and a lot of those guys that came before him and stuff. But Eddie Van Halen started really kind of popularizing. He didn't create it, but he actually took a finger tapping style on the guitar. It's very similar to when you play the piano, you're pressing keys to make notes, and he actually, instead of plucking strings on the guitar, he started actually just pressing the notes and stuff and forming chords, and created a finger tapping style that is very similar to playing the piano. And a lot of guitar players in the 1980s really started mimicking that style, and that's where you saw a nice resurgence in the in the 1980s of the guitar hero. So yeah, I definitely tip my hat to those gentlemen right there. So.
I'm Jaquan. Thank you for watching the Musical History Experience, and see you next time.
In sports news, the golf team placed third in the state tournament. Jack Bruns finished as the third best individual with 3 under par, 69. Cooper Ezell had 78. Congratulations to the team on an outstanding session. Varsity field hockey and varsity volleyball both played tonight at Orange. Volleyball starts at 6:30 and field hockey starts at 7 o'clock. That's all for today. Have a great day.